Good morning. My respect to the keynote and invited speakers, to the international advisory members, and to my co-presenters. I am Glory Jane Logrosa-Lagarto from Visayas State University, Tolosa, Tanghas, Tolosa, Leyte, Philippines. My study is under Social Sciences Research entitled The Dauntless Full of Fire Experiences of Bureau of Fire Protection Firefighters. Presented to you is the abstract of my study to be elaborated through walking you on its different parts, starting with the introduction. With the previous years and the current statistics on the occurrence of dangerous fires and the danger it inflicts on the victim, and most especially to the firefighters, the necessity to conduct this study is of urgency. Through this study, may people open up their doors of understanding that firefighting is fraught with occupational hazards and should not underestimate them because of the so-called effortless nature of their work, but rather honor or respect them on the risk they run, the danger that it may cause them, the bravery of knowing that no fire is risk-free, and accept that they may forfeit their lives in saving and protecting the lives of others. Moreover, this study wants to reach everyone to be united and be cooperative with the programs of the Bureau of Fire Protection in preventing the occurrence of dangerous fires for the safety of every living organisms here on earth as they live by their motto to protect and serve. The following are the statement of the problem of this study. Number one, what are the experiences of the informants in firefighting operations? Number two, how do the informants handle the problems encountered in firefighting operations? Number three, what are the aspirations of the informants to improve the firefighting operations? The methodology of this study is that this study is primarily qualitative and phenomenological in nature, particularly guided by Colyse's approach, which has been widely used in studies exploring lived experiences. A purposive sampling technique was utilized to choose participants from the Bureau of Fire Protection, especially those coming from Tacloban, Palo, Dulag, and Baybay fire stations. Data were collected through individual interview and focus group discussion using a semi-structured interview guide. For data analysis, the study adapts Colyse's phenomenological method, which involves extracting significant statements, formulated meanings, organizing themes, and developing a comprehensive description of the phenomenon. Going through the results of this study, out of the responses made by the informants, the researchers this researcher created 8 themes that best represent the lived experiences of Bureau of Fire Protection firefighters in Tacloban, Palo, Dulag, and Baybay fire stations. For experiences in firefighting operations of the informants as BFP firefighters, I have created 4. Number 1, the bliss in public service. Number 2, sworn duty. No place for regrets. Number 3, a misdeemed judgment. Number 4, torment as public servant. For For handling the problems encountered in firefighting operations, I have created 2. An obstacle to battle, and with identifying comes providing. For aspirations to improve the firefighting operations, I also have created 2. Aspire, acquire, and beat the fire, and excellence through training. To better understand the themes created, I will lay down a short discussion. To begin with, the bliss in public service. This theme depicts the satisfaction of BFP firefighters as they successfully beat ravenous fires, save lives and properties with the thanksgiving and commendations of the people whom they have sworn to save, and protect that uplift the morale of the firefighters to do and give their very best in performing their duties. Next is sworn duty, no place for regrets. This theme delineates the happiness of BFP firefighters in exercising their sworn duties without even a little glimpse of regrets, but rather filled with gratefulness as a member of a noble bureau that serves the public. In addition, a noble work as a firefighter is a butter and bread of the families of our dauntless flow of fire, as one of the reasons as to why they are forever thankful. For negative experiences, number one, misdeemed judgment. This theme portrays the sadness felt the BFB firefighters as being bombarded by people's negative comments in the performance of firefighting operations without the knowledge of the process being followed and the situation being faced by the informants. Number two, torment as public servant. This theme represents the melancholy felt by the BFP firefighters as they witnessed the demise of the victims of the ravenous fire with no options left to save them, and the cries of the anxious people seeking for help and relief. For handling the problems encountered in firefighting operations, number one, an obstacle to battle. This theme shows the BFP firefighters handles and battles different problems in the performance of their oath of office in order to bestow the very best service to the public. Next is with identifying comes providing. This theme gives a picture of how the Bureau of Fire Protection firefighters, after knowing and identifying the problems within the organizations, provides what are needed to be quit for the welfare of the public whom they serve. For aspirations to improve the firefighting operation, number one, aspire, acquire, and beat the fire. This theme delineates the dreams and aspirations of the Bureau of Fire Protection firefighters to acquire sophisticated firefighting equipment, especially the modernized fire trucks, to beat the dynamic classes of ravenous fire and to be of use of the next succeeding generation of firefighters. Lastly, excellence through training. This theme depicts the desire of the Bureau of Fire Protection firefighters to have a specialized and refresher training that will enable them to be acquainted with the new knowledge and techniques in firefighting operations to be more effective and efficient in the performance of their duties as a dauntless crew of fire. Next, this study is of great importance to the following through the recommendation drawn from the result of this study. Number one is the Bureau of Fire Protection. The Bureau of Fire Protection firefighters must do their best in enforcing and informing the community on the different programs and laws implemented by the Bureau. For the Bureau of Fire Protection, they must formulate and craft programs for the community to be more involved in fire safety awareness and prevention to prevent the occurrence of fire and the obstruction and misunderstanding of the people in the performance of the duty of the BFP firefighter. To the different fire volunteers, they must abide and follow the trainings, programs, and safety protocols conducted by the BFP to aid in extinguishing any types of fire. To the Department of Interior and the local government, or the DILG, as the umbrella department of the tri-bureaus to include the Bureau of Fire Protection and as a subject of this study, should request additional fund for the said bureau in order to procure high quality of fire trucks, personal protective equipment, and sub-fire stations for an effective and efficient firefighting operation and for the safety of the firefighters. For the community, they must engage actively in programs formulated by the BFP to protect them from the ravenous fire and for them to be aware of the do's and don'ts to prevent the occurrence of fire and to understand and appreciate the nature or the job of the firefighters. To the local government units, they should formulate policies that would allocate funding to help municipal fire stations in the maintenance of the fire trucks, purchase of firefighting equipment, and additional land for substations if the area of the municipality warrants. And lastly, to the researcher, they must be actively participative in all programs and activities of the BFP and help disseminate information regarding the nature of the job of the firefighters. As for my conclusion, findings of the study proved that BFP firefighters are grateful and have no regrets to be a member of a noble bureau and of service to the Filipino people through fighting ravenous fires. But a feeling of melancholy haunts them when the demise of victims is seen in the fire scene, and it digs deeper into them when people land negative comments in the performance of firefighting operations without the knowledge of the process being followed and the situations being faced. The study had also uncovered that through confronting the challenges, open communication with the organization and the community, identifying and acquiring the needs of firefighters through purchasing sophisticated firefighting equipment, and providing a specialized and refresher training to be more acquainted on the current firefighting knowledge and techniques are vital in the performance of their duties as a dauntless full fire in order to deliver the utmost service to the Filipino people. The following are the implications for future studies that the researchers can do in order for the betterment of additional studies or future studies. Number one, a battle of complexity, lived experiences of Bureau of Fire Protection investigators. Number two, o Plan Ligtas na Pamayanan, experiences of Bureau of Fire Protection Region 8 constituents. And lastly, Men of Statute, experiences of BFP officers in implementing RA 9514. With all of the foregoing literatures and studies conducted by different respected researchers, especially on the results through this study, it is strongly undeniable and irrefutable evidence of the dangers faced by the Bureau of Fire Protection officers as they perform their noble job as firefighters. These dangers entail physical, mental, emotional aspects which causes their lives to be forfeited and to be a memory to the Bureau and community they serve, helping them attain Helping them attain their mission and vision will not make us a lesser human, but rather be a great help to them in serving the community in their utmost respect and sincerity. That would be all. Thank you and goodbye.